USC got their first win of the season. This is crazy that at this time, I used to be looking forward to the season openers for like Duke, NC State. I really got women's basketball marked, like as well as many other people. So we're going to look into everything. So it says Juju Watkins, and her teammate was hooping too. Juju Watkins and Kiki showed up to help lift USC to win versus Ole Miss. She had 27 and 10. Her teammate had 22 and 13. You know, they both put on a good show today. Finished with 27, 10, and 5, and also 4 assists. Some people retweeted this, brought this back up. Juju's accolades at 18. She holds the all-time D1 freshman scoring record, had broken multiple team records, led USC to the Elite Eight, went toe-to-toe with Paige Beckers. She's a future face of college basketball. So I said in my last video, they were to take away that one and done rule. This is the one player I'm like, let her go. She would kill right now. This is Juju and her teammates' postgame comments. I'm gonna play some of the stuff they said.
You know, I just try to be the best teammate. If I'm the option when it comes down to the wire, then I am. But just knowing that I have that support, that I'm playing with a lot of great players around me, that we all kind of share that responsibility. I mean, it's a good thing, it's a blessing. I wouldn't necessarily say it's an adjustment because, you know, my job is to score and also give my teammates the ball where they like it and where they're most successful. So length is one of their advantages. I mean, they're a really tall team. They're also very experienced. So to be able to play against that our first game, challenging just because we're new. We're still learning each other, but you know, at the end of the day, it comes down to who wants to win the most, and you know, we made sure that we did everything we could to secure the W. So Ole Miss is a great team, and we're glad that we got to experience that the first score. My priority is just playing the best that I can and the best ability, and kind of letting everything else happen after that. It's also my priority is also with this team. So whatever coach needs of me, whatever my teammates needs of me, that's my priority at all times. So you know, I'm blessed to kind of have that attention and you know, have so many supporters. But at the end of the day, main thing is the main thing, and I'm just grateful to have this team, the staff, and coach.
I'm just curious to see how many points she finishes with this year. If she ends up breaking a record, like what happens with her, because she's elite. She really is elite. She don't only score, she also plays defense, which is good. Her jump gonna translate. And she's 6'2", so she's an inch shorter than she gonna be tough.
Here's Watkins, pull up three, is good. Players have coached. As Watkins there, Rebecca looked like she was grimacing.
Yeah, she looked a little hobbled when she was running back down the floor.
Side the Hall of Famer, Rebecca Lobo. Here's Watkins, stopping, taking, and bang. Juju turns the corner and lays it. There's one opportunity if USC hurries. Watkins through the lane. Watkins loses the handle, had 6 turnovers in that first half. Here as a head coach to have a star who has the same exact mood and mentality every year. Here's Von Olofin into Watkins in the post. Watkins. Todd Williams gets
something dope that came out about Juju was this boardroom thing. This was pretty dope. It's talking about, you know, how she's changing the game, her rise, and everything like that. So I'm gonna play this. It's a pretty dope interview and like mini vlog type of thing.
Many of us expected like the trajectory of my journey. We've all adjusted together. They keep me sane in crazy moments. They just give me confidence, really help me stay grounded. My parents actually didn't want me to play basketball. They wanted me to do something else. It was a surprise when I decided to pick up a basketball for them.
So you saw the vision and
yeah, I started it. Yeah, they kind of came on the train a little later, but it's okay.
Feeling good, feeling great.
Teammates think I'm crazy sometimes, but honestly, it wakes me up sometimes when I'm too relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you slap your face when you scored 51 points?
I think I did. Yeah.
Go back to that 51-point game against Stanford. Who can forget? That was when I think we were all nationwide introduced to Juju Watkins. Mm-hmm. Do you feel yourself like that? You could repeat that next year?
I don't know. I think my goal is just to do whatever is needed of me. And I think in that game that was needed. So if we have another game like that, maybe.
I mean, the thing, there's no more Pac-12. And now you're playing in the Big Ten. Yeah. Have you gotten a chance to sort of understand the new competition that you're going to be facing against?
Not really. I think the main focus for me this summer has been on myself and kind of internally, like the team, myself, and figuring out how we can strengthen that. Like you said, finesse is something that I was looking to improve this summer, but also my pace. kind of slowing down, changing speed a little bit. So that's what I've been working on to kind of get even better with that. Well, I grew up always going to the Sparks games, and I've always been a big Candace fan and admired her versatility and the way she's able to score from all parts of the floor. So I try to model that as much as I can to position myself as much as I can to where I'm able to live a successful life off the court. I don't really know what that future holds, but I mean, I would love to diversify myself like she has done.
Cheryl Miller, we're all familiar with that name. She set the standard for USC women's basketball in 1982. 40 years later, we're seeing that happen now. I know you've had a chance to connect with her. What are some things that she has told you that you see in her game that mirror what you perform as?
Her legacy. She's set the foundation for USC women's basketball, and literally every day going to practice and seeing their banners in the gym, that's just so much motivation in itself to realize that that's the standard. And my hope and the hope of the team is just to continue that legacy and bring some more banners. As far as the program, I mean, we're kind of hot right now. Just the season that we had, we're building a new era of USC women's basketball. So I think people would be crazy not to be a part of it. You know, we try to put on a show as much as we can.
Famous faces step foot to watch you play. Does that at all click to you when you see them when you're playing in the audience?
Yeah, it's always crazy seeing like somebody famous in the stands. I just saw Sanaya Lathan at a Sparks game. I'm like, she has to come to a SC game. That would just be so crazy. As just a fan of loving basketball and growing up, that's my favorite movie. I would like be so starstruck if she came. So
she's watching this.
We got to make that happen. Come on, please. The doors are open. Welcome for everybody.
What does the world of Juju look like outside of basketball?
I'm a big movie person though, so like I'll just go to the movies with my homegirl, or like we'll go eat. I love to eat. Like I love clothes, so yeah, that's kind of what an off day looks like for me. One of those three things. I'm a big like rom-com person, so like Notting Hill, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, like that type of stuff.
Have you seen You've Got Mail?
I have. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I have. I love a good Air Force. Okay. Yeah, that's probably my number one.
White?
Yeah.
Black?
White. Yeah. White. And then I have some Travis Scott ones. I like those as well.
So I do see that you have a pretty extensive sneaker collection.
I do.
You talked about
I do.
how you love your Air Forces, but you played in the Kobe's. And this year, are you planning to repeat that same process?
Yeah, I think I might switch it up a little more this season. Whatever feels comfortable.
I think it's very impressive. You do a great job at giving back to your teammates, and we've seen that. Nike does, in turn, a great job of making sure that we can celebrate the philanthropic side of you. And so just talk to me a little bit about how it feels being able to give back from a community aspect.
Yeah, I mean, I've always had a passion for just giving to others. I mean, my grandfather, he has a nonprofit in Watts called WLCAC that gives back to that community as well. I mean, it always feels good to win with my team, but kind of stepping outside of that and give back to others, my community most importantly, because they poured so much into me, and do as much as I can to make sure that other people have similar opportunities that I was able to have. It just always feels great. You know, it makes me feel like I'm doing more than just on the court stuff.
When you look at your career at the pro level, is that near future, close to you? What are you most excited about?
Honestly, the competition. I mean, it's just, you know, the best players in the world in one league, and I think that I really will look forward to that. Kind of go into a new setting and adjust again and get used to the ways of pro life, I guess. And the Olympics, I mean, of course it would be a dream of mine, but honestly, I'm trying to stay as grounded as I can in the present and get ready for this season.
So the task at hand is entering the season,
yeah,
healthy, finishing the season, lifting the national championship.
Yeah.
It was such a benefit when we saw you, even in 2020, grace the cover of Sports Illustrated. Mm-hmm. And even now, that's been 4 years.
So crazy to think about.
When you think about that time up until now, you still are just flabbergasted at the growth that your career has taken off?
Not even my career, but honestly, just women's basketball in general, just how far it's come and how
some
far
good-ass
it's
answers
to go. I think that just amazes everybody in the sport.
Let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section. You're gonna be straight, bro. It's gonna be a good year, but let me know your thoughts on that. And as always, it's your boy.